My name's Alice, I'm from the University of Leicester. I'm actually part of a bigger group of 9 students called Leicester Medics QI. We did a wider project, very much like Dr Caldwell's, around ward-round standards, and this was a spin-off project that emerged halfway through. Because we found we were asking nurses what medical students were doing on ward rounds. The responses were pulling curtains, looking scared, or just watching. And at this point we hadn't yet gone on to ward rounds. We were 2 months before that. We found this shocking, so we spoke to some more students who gave us the same responses. So we sent out first a Leicester survey and a national survey to all medical students in the UK, asking them 10 questions, most of which were tick box, very easy to fill out questions, about what their view of ward rounds was, what they did and how they felt, to see whether this was a national problem. So we asked them how frequently they went on ward rounds, and as we expected, first and second years weren't going a huge amount because they're more university based, and then as they go through the years they're on ward rounds more and more, which is what we wanted to see and what came out. We asked students what they did on ward rounds, which are the blue bars on this chart, and then we asked them what they would feel comfortable doing on ward rounds if they had the opportunity, which are the red bars. And there's actually quite a stark difference in between what they are doing now and what they can do or would feel comfortable doing. We asked them how beneficial ward rounds were, on a scale of 0 to 5, with 5 being the most beneficial. This looks like a normal curve, which we were initially quite disappointed with, but it's actually quite shocking in that about 80% would rate their ward round learning below average. So it's either alright or not very good. As a part of this, we asked students whether they felt valued on ward rounds. And nationally, over the country, 75% of medical students said they do not feel valued. And that is a huge percentage of people with low morale that are potentially going into the medical profession. As a part of being on the wards more often, we asked the patient safety question, saying, do you know how to report a patient safety concern if you saw one? And actually, about half of medical students nationally say they don't know how to report a patient safety concern. And actually, if you ask people whether they would feel comfortable doing this on a ward round, 30% said they would feel comfortable doing it. That's a huge percentage of people watching patient events happening and not feeling comfortable saying, this isn't right and this isn't happening. Going forward, we have presented to the head of Leicester Hospitals and the head of Leicester Medical School with all of this, and asking how we can go forward. We want to put in teaching programmes for medical students on what they can do, how they can behave, and what is the right way to go about things on ward rounds. And we want to put in teaching programmes for the ward round teams about what medical students can do, how they can get involved, and the opportunities that they potentially could be given on the ward round to increase their learning. And we really want to put in better teaching and more consistent teaching for medical students on how to report patient safety concerns, because this should be taught, and 100% of medical students should know if they see a concern how to report this and go forwards. But we would really welcome anything, if anyone has any suggestions about how, if you as a ward round team, how you would feel best going about how we can implement this.